Hello, welcome to a brand new, specially recorded, not live stream ripped episode of Swapping Joysticks. I'm your host, Biggest Bennis, otherwise known as Ben. And joining me as always over there, and I'm not in the middle of the camera, is
Me.
Ed
Nightingale.
Ed Nightingale.
No longer of Eurogamer.
No, you're a nobody.
I am an absolute nobody, so don't listen to me.
Yeah,
I don't know what I'm talking about.
that's true. We needed a break, I think. Like we had, as in like the podcast.
Yeah, we've had a break from each
Yeah,
other.
we are now single and ready to mingle.
Oh, no, don't message us.
I'll do if you're hot. And should we restart? No. And I just think we did it pretty much every week for about 2 years, 3 years. We had 160 something, 70
You say
episodes.
pretty much every week. I think we skipped quite a few, but
Not lots.
well,
Not a lot. 100. We did
we did a lot.
like 170 something, and I think 160 something, and like that would be every single week for 3 years, and it was maybe over 4 years. So, yeah,
Has it been 4 years?
pretty much.
Wow.
We'll have to find episode 1. It has been a
No, I
long
don't want to watch that. I bet it's terrible.
Well, it's also like
I mean, it's always terrible.
what
but, you know.
happened. Yeah, what were we like then? What were our lives
It was
like
a different
then?
time.
Yeah,
We were different people.
we were with different people.
Yes. So a lot has changed. No, I think with both between us, like streaming most nights and then doing a podcast and everything, then it was.
And you
it was
had
a
your
lot.
new job, and I got my new position as well, and it was over Christmas and New Year, and we've moved as well, so we wanted to do a bit more in the evenings.
Yeah, we want to have a life.
Yeah,
Sorry, everyone.
and we gave up now. We don't want to live now.
No, we've had a taste and we're going back to sitting at screens.
Well, yeah, until the summer comes, then we're like, oh, should we just go out tonight instead?
Yeah.
No. We will do, but I think we might do. I don't know. We might be like, okay, we're going to go on a 2-week hiatus or something, but we'll let people know before.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you go, okay, I just need a little break. Like you do it with streams, you do pretty much anything. You can get burnout or whatever, but we'll say it, and we'll be like, you know what? Let's just take 2 weeks off and then come back and ready to go, rather than do it to the point where, oh my god, I need to just stop and take 6 months off, which is pretty much what we did.
Yeah.
So it's but yeah, no, I feel really invigorated and ready to talk about games and gaming things.
You heard it here first. Ben is invigorated.
Yeah. Can you
I
tell?
can see.
Yeah. Well, you came twice during the state of play. Apparently,
I did.
we've just
I
not
did.
to segue straight into it.
Well, no, we can get there. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've lost my expertise now.
Lost your mojo.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
I'm literally a nobody. So
Ed knows as much about games as I do. In fact, I
wouldn't go that far.
I went to an event today where some new games were shown to me that you weren't invited to.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, came back.
I
and
don't
told
get
you them all.
invited to stuff anymore. Don't get free codes anymore.
No,
This was, I mean,
you hand them out now.
I do get to hand them out now. Yes.
Get to be on the other side. You're more of a giver than a no.
Wow. Wow. How very dare.
Yeah, you're quite tight. As in, like, you don't like to give. That's where I was going. Would you rather be called a tight-fisted wanker or a bottom? Which is more insulting?
I mean, they're both the same.
I don't know. Usually the opposite, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You can tell we've not changed.
clearly nothing changes in all this time. Just jobs.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't really know very much about games. I mean, I do, obviously. I still
You
read.
sit more in the middle. It's really annoying me now.
Well,
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Sorry.
set this up.
Go on then.
I'm all the way over here now. Yeah, obviously I still, read games media, and we both do. We have an interest. We still play games. But I don't have to play them for work now. So I can just play games that I enjoy playing because I feel like playing it.
Well,
not
now
because
you're
I have to.
not a journalist. Now we do the podcast. Maybe we'll get codes for the podcast because we're influencers now.
PRs, if you're listening,
We'll talk about your game and we'll say great
we'll
things
be nice
about them.
about it. We definitely won't be critical.
Yeah.
I
We
mean, I
can
will,
be
'cause
bought
things never change.
with a code. Yeah. I can't. You've seen me. I've done like sponsored streams where well, not sponsored where they paid me, but where they give me a code, and so I've gone and streamed it, and I've been like, this is bad, and I stopped playing after like 40 minutes. I'm thinking of Rune Factory 5. Or might be 4. Harvestella as well.
I think you've had a few like that.
Yeah. I just don't like. I don't like a game that's had no effort put in.
I mean, you know, as long as if you've taken a code, as long as you've used it and you've covered the game in some way, at least that was that.
Yeah.
Now, if you absolutely hated it and destroyed it, then, you know, maybe you won't get another one.
Oh, you're speaking that from your new job?
I couldn't possibly say.
Wow.
But I think, look, the relationship with PRs and journalists, and this is something I learned even as a journalist, is it's about honesty. And I think if PRs are working on a game that they know probably isn't very good, then they know they're not going to get much coverage. They're going to be very happy if they get any that is positive. But they understand if it's like, do you know what, people aren't going to like this. You know, they're just doing their jobs. Everyone's just doing their jobs.
If you were, well, you are in PR, and I know you're only quite new to it, so you haven't had this experience yet. But if you were handing some codes out, and you knew the game wasn't going to be well received very much, you know, it wasn't great, and someone replied saying like, "Hey, I played it. I didn't really enjoy it, but so I'm not going to make any content with it." Would you appreciate that, or would you rather be like, "No, you fucking make content, whether you hate it or not"?
Well, I mean, I haven't had to deal with this, so I couldn't tell you on an absolute professional level what the correct answer is there necessarily. At the end of the day, like if you're, you know, if I work for a PR agency, right? So we're hired by publishers to help with promotion and to get coverage, and it's not our jobs to say whether that should be good or bad coverage. All it is their coverage. So it doesn't matter to me if I'm handing out codes to people. It doesn't matter to me if people like it or not. I've done my job of just getting the codes out there to people and then collating what the coverage is and then letting, you know, the client know this is what the feedback is. Now, if the feedback is your game is shit and I don't want to play it, so I'm not going to cover it, but thank you anyway, at least I've got that, and that's something I can give to the client and just be like, hey, this is the feedback. Yeah. So to me, it actually doesn't really matter either way.
Yeah.
If I give a code out and then it's like there's nothing and there's silence, then I'm like, well, then that's a bad relationship.
Yeah. Did they use it?
Just taking a code for no reason.
Yeah.
That's the annoying bit.
Well, there you go. Learn. People, you make content.
Are we going to have like a PR corner
we should do, yeah.
Instead of news, the weekly news?
Do. I've done it in the past where I've applied for a code, love the idea of a game, and then the code's come and it's just not fit into my schedule, and I've run out of time, and then it's been like 2 months later, and I'm like, oh shit, I shouldn't have taken that because I haven't.
I mean, that is annoying.
Yeah,
because we'll do reports from day one of embargo of reviews going live, and then we will continuously check to see who's covered.
So people who should get the code.
If you haven't done it in the first 2 weeks, I'd say that's not a good look.
There you go. I remember the last one. Oh, just on like a website. Like I think Nier Reincarnation was one I remember.
That you didn't?
Yeah.
Did you get a code for it?
Yeah.
Now you tell me.
Yeah.
We should play it.
Should we? It's on PC.
Well, not right now, but it's on your PC.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, then I'm less interested.
I might not have even redeemed it.
I'd like to play on a console.
Yeah, and I hear it's really good. I'm sure I've got it. Yeah, people who have codes and stuff, make sure you use them.
Make sure you use them.
From the people that you've sent out, how many have? What's the kind of?
Oh, there's been so many that
maybe it's not. Maybe I don't have it.
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head.
Anyway, we won't talk about your work because it's your new job and you don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to
talk about it too much.
I don't want to piss people off.
But are you allowed to talk about what games you're working on?
Well, last week we released Neo 3.
Did you?
Well, we didn't release it, but we helped with the release of Neo 3. So, yeah, which I now finally have a code for myself.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited to play it because I've only played the demo so far, and I adored the demo, which I played basically the whole thing in a day.
Next time you get a game that you want to play, you should give me the link for applying to be a creator and see who gets the one first.
I mean, it'll probably be you. Because if I'm working on something, in general, we're allowed to have a code, but the priority has to be media and content creators. So they get first dibs.
I'm so excited to play Neo. I loved 1 and 2, and I'm very much looking forward to this.
Yeah, I hope you like it. It is, from what I played of the demo, it is more Elden Ringy, and it's a really lazy comparison. But they've gone open field. It's not open world. Very important distinction that we've had to ask everybody. It's open field.
And it's not a Souls-like. The Metacore.
Massacre. No, Souls-like is like. Yeah, no, it's because it's not one big world. It's individual maps, but like those maps are
Animal Crossing, like Monster Hunter, same thing.
Yeah, basically. So yeah, open field, but it does have the feel of that Elden Ring kind of, running off in any direction, exploring, finding bosses in the field, and lots of things to discover.
And
so,
if you do a lot of kind of hunting and doing all the side stuff, does it make the game easier?
I haven't done enough of that to know.
Okay.
So I couldn't tell you.
You finished the demo, didn't you?
Yes, but that was only one of those open field areas. So, there's more to go.
But yeah, what have you been up to lately then?
Just a new job, no biggie.
Yeah, how's your job going?
All right. Yeah,
nice.
I'm not going to tell you about it.
No, don't. I'd like you to keep that job.
They won't listen to this. It's fine.
But yeah, I don't think I've been doing anything else. It's nothing really exciting. Well, there are exciting things at my work, but nothing I can talk about just yet.
But there's not much else in life. I mean, we got tickets to see Robin. I'm very excited about. That was this week.
Yeah.
You don't give a shit.
No.
But you will be giving me money for the ticket.
Yeah, if you want.
Because they were quite pricey.
Great.
I'm very excited.
I can't wait to force you to go to a concert I like.
Didn't force you. I said, do you want to go? And you said yes.
Who would you have gone with?
Someone.
You'd have found
there are lots of gays in London going to see Robin. So
you'd have had a great time.
I'm sure.
But I like her. But then I thought, it was like, she likes she sings the discotheque song. And then that's LaRue. They're different. What does she sing? Dancing in the Dark. Is that her?
Dancing on My Own.
That's it. Who sings Dancing in the Dark?
Even if we're just dancing in the dark. Bruce Springsteen. Very different.
Very different. Discotheque? No, that's also...
Discotheque.
No. The Tech. No, is that LaRue?
That's LaRue.
Yeah.
Your thing is Sex Attack.
Sex Attack. Yes, I love that song.
It's a great song. But yes, that's LaRue.
Okay. Robin. I think I'm lost. Every Heartbeat.
Yes, that was a Robin song.
Is it called Every Heartbeat?
Yeah.
The thing.
I know.
I like her. I liked her. I don't know what I knew. No, my ex liked her a lot.
Well, now I like her a lot. So we're going to go over those memories.
Make new memories, yeah. No, I don't actually dislike her.
Good.
We've got seats as well, so I can sit down.
You can. And not block the view from everybody behind.
Yeah. Where are we? Like, what row are we on?
I'm not telling people on,
Why?
I don't want people stalking us.
But, like, there's going to be
no one's going to
stalk
people
us.
There. We're seated. That's all you need to know.
I want to go see Bad Bunny. I'm gutted that there are no tickets.
You want to... Yes.
Twerk. I want to twerk.
I don't think I can imagine you twerking.
That's where I go Monday to Friday. Where Yorkshireman goes, every Monday to Friday they got to work.
I need another drink.
I told you should have had one.
I should have got another drink.
Yeah, should we pause?
No, it's fine. I'll just push through.
Well, it's not going to be.
This is why we stopped this podcast, because of these terrible jokes.
Yeah, and you don't need to read down the mic. We'll get there. But we're doing that, and we're going to Hoopla and Primavera. We got some gigs coming up.
Yeah,
it'll be fun.
It will be.
Yeah,
we need to go to Japan. That's what we need to do.
Probably next year now. Talking about Korea today, actually, with our mutual friend. With an A.
Our mutual friend.
Begins with an A.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Joss, I think she's going soon.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But, yeah, we want to 'cause my brother still lives there, and I want to go and visit before he moves on. If he does move on, maybe he's going to be there for good.
He's not dying, to be clear.
Moves on, isn't
Before he moves on in life to the other side.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll talk about games we've been playing probably next week, because this week there was the State of Play, which we're going to talk about. But also, I don't think there really is. I mean, I've been playing Dragon Quest VII Reimagined, which I'll play a bit more of before next week. And all I can say is I'm really, really liking it. It's great, especially the Yorkshire bit.
Of course you like the Yorkshire bit.
Yeah.
Put a bit of Yorkshire in a game and Ben's all over it.
Yeah, exactly.
He's easily swayed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I haven't really been playing any games this week, which is very surprising. I have Neo 3 to play, so I'm excited about that. What I have been doing, which is gaming related, is building the Lego Zelda Deku Tree.
Oh, we need that behind us, and people can see it kind of grow.
We do, but it's still, there's still room to grow for now.
At an angle.
It's always been at an angle.
Yeah.
You did that to stop the light shining on it.
Yeah, that's true.
And now you've zoomed in, so it looks like we've got half a TV. It's a bit weird.
Yeah.
Yes, you got me as a gift, which was very nice.
Very generous. Now you want money for your Robin tickets.
Yes. The Lego Deku Tree Zelda.
More than both tickets to see Robin.
Yes, that's true. It's a really lovely set. I'm really enjoying building it.
Mm-hmm.
I started it a couple of weeks ago on a Sunday with a cup of tea.
Of course.
And I put some Zelda and Chill on.
Zelda and Chill.
It was great. But I got very confused. The manual for it is humongous. Absolutely humongous.
Mm-hmm.
And I presumed, because you can build the Ocarina version and the Breath of the Wild version, I assumed at the start it would go, right, which one do you want to build? And there you go. But you don't start at that point. And the first thing you build is Link's treehouse from Ocarina of Time. And I was like, but that's not in Breath of the Wild, so what? And it turns out that is just an extra that you get.
Okay.
So you build that first. The next thing you build is then the Master Sword plinth from Breath of the Wild that sits in front of the Deku Tree. And those two are just extras.
That's cool.
And also a little Hestu.
Yeah, with maracas.
And he has maracas with little bits inside, so when you shake him, it literally shakes like a maraca.
Shalakala.
Shalaka! And those bits essentially slot onto whichever Deku Tree you build. So Link's treehouse will sit on the side of the Ocarina of Time tree, but then you just have the Master Sword bit as an extra. Or the Master Sword sits in front of the Breath of the Wild, and you have Link's tree as an extra. Yeah. So I've done those bits, and then I've been slowly building the tree, but the base is the same, and I've now got to the page in the manual, like a third through it, or however long, where it says, if you want Ocarina of Time, go to this page. If you want Breath of the Wild, go to this page. So I am now at the decision-making moment.
And which one are you going for?
See, Ocarina of Time is the best game ever made, and I will take no further comment on that. So I think building that version will have a lot of nostalgia for me, and I think there's lots of little secrets in it which are really fun. And because you also got me the Game Boy Lego for Christmas.
Yes. Oh, I'm totally
and I really enjoyed building that because it felt so authentic to the Game Boy console. And if anyone's listening has played and has built it, you will know exactly
everybody
what I mean.
got it at Christmas.
Everybody got it for Christmas. Just the way that there is so much detail on the insides of it and the buttons. And it's things like you build the Mario cartridge and you build the Zelda cartridge. And I thought, oh, they'll be the same, but just with a different front. But they're not. The Zelda one is different inside because it has a little Lego battery because it has a battery pack where the Mario game doesn't because you can't save in it. And it's little details like that are on the inside that you'll never know from looking at it. But when you build it, you pick up on those things. So if the Zelda one is anything like that, I think the Ocarina of Time one will have little details that I will appreciate.
I appreciate when companies really go and get some research when they're doing it because they've obviously like worked with people who built those Game Boys or like they've got some like love and care. Going back to Dragon Quest and Yorkshire, I love so every island I've been to in Dragon Quest VII Reimagined has its own accent. Like there was one which has a very Yorkshire accent, and there's one that's Italian, and then there's one that was Irish. And the island where they were Italian, like they did like common mistakes that Italian speakers make when they're speaking English, and like lots of little phrases and expressions that generally native speakers will make when they speak in English. And same with Yorkshire, there were lots of little idioms and phrases that are very unusual. Like you never hear it outside of Yorkshire that they brought in, and like it was just made with a lot of love. And I feel like that was similar with the Game Boy.
Side note with Dragon Quest,
Mm-hmm.
because I think so. I've only played 3 HD 2D,
Mm-hmm.
but similarly, it has a lot of really like there are Italian speakers in that, and like the localization of it is really well done. So A, localization brilliant, but B,
Yeah,
it's so popular in Japan. Does that have the same thing?
I wonder. Yeah, I wonder how they localize it there.
Yeah, because is that more of a Western thing to have those different accents?
Yeah,
And they wouldn't have the equivalent in Japan, or do they? I don't know.
yes,
Write in and let us know.
Yeah.
Because yeah, the localization is really well done, but brings so much humor to it that I can't imagine in another language as well.
Yeah. No, it's very funny.
Interesting.
And it is like a warm hug, that game.
Nice. I will play it after you.
You should do, yeah. I like a game with humor.
Yeah, I like a game to be cool.
No, I like a game to be funny.
And this is why I like Final Fantasy.
I'm the funny one and you're the cool one.
Something like that.
Yeah, I wish I was funny.
So anyway, despite all those
Boy.
secrets in Ocarina of Time, I think I will probably go for the Breath of the Wild tree.
That's
Because
our game.
I like the pink.
And it's the Zelda, the only Zelda that I find playable.
You are very incorrect there. I love Breath of the Wild as well, to be clear. It's probably my second favourite after... or maybe not. I don't know. It's up there, though. It's very good. And I think the pink looks pretty, so I think that will look nice behind us.
And like I said, you can... there are websites that teach you how to deconstruct it and change it around. So in 6 months' time, you could change it.
Yeah, I could break it apart and then go back to the specific page and then carry on.
Yeah.
We'll see. Anyway, that's been me. I'm doing like a sort of a bag a night, which out of context sounds very wrong.
You messaged a friend being like, "Hey, I've done 2 bags tonight." Like, wow, Ed, Jesus Christ.
No, I'm bags of Lego, to be clear, and I'm building them, not sniffing them.
Yeah, that's good. We've also been we're a video game podcast, but we're both reading the same book at the moment.
We are, which is quite gamey.
For me, it just reminds me of a certain game franchise.
Reminds me of 2.
Number 2 or 2 of them.
2 franchises.
Oh, well, it is Leviathan Wakes, which is the first book in the Expanse series, which I think there are like 9 books. So
Something like that.
Great
yeah.
if we want to. I am loving it. That's the thing, is I'm 80% of the way through according to my Kindle, and I absolutely love it. I think it's really interesting. It's well written, gripping. It's sometimes if a book I think is not too well written, but if it's like really cleverly written, sometimes I'm like, okay, I need to sit and really like concentrate and read through some of the fluff, and I roll my eyes a little bit. And this I don't. It's written like you would a chick lit type thing, that appropriate? Do you call that anymore?
Chick lit.
Yeah, lit as in literature, as in kind of like the stuff that you buy in the airport on the way somewhere.
Right.
That kind of thing.
Having read chick lit in the form of like 50 Shades of Grey and all that shit, I can tell you that this is not chick lit.
Well, it's a page turner, and that's what chick lit is, isn't it?
No.
I feel like there might be an out of date term as well. So maybe...
I think it probably is. No,
apologies
it's
to
the sort
any
of
chicks listening.
Do we have any chicks as fans? I don't know. If you identify as a chick, let us know. And do you lit? No,
hey,
let's
chicks.
not go there.
Yeah.
No, that's like poppy, badly written rubbish. I think this is well written, but in a way that it's just...
It's a page turner.
It's not fancy. It's just clear and...
That's the word.
And succinct, and it's easy to read, but not... But
good pacing.
But I think it's quite a clever... Well, I say clever story. I'm not far enough into it. I'm about 20% through.
I'm waiting to be disappointed by a story and something coming up that I'm like, oh, God, why did they do that? But I've yet to have it.
Yeah. Like, it takes itself seriously. It's not, pop rubbish, but it's also not wanky and pretentious. It's just clear so that the focus is on the story as opposed to the writing style.
And I like, yeah, exactly. And I like that it's two. So every chapter it alternates between Miller and Holden. And Miller is like this kind of noir detective. It feels like in a cyberpunky world. Like he's a kind of down on his luck detective dude. A bit serious, a bit older.
On a space station.
On a space station.
That is like a hive of criminal activity and it's all corrupt. So he's very cyberpunk.
And then the other one is Shepard.
Yeah, the other guy is like is he a captain?
He becomes one.
Yeah, on a spaceship.
He was an EO or executive officer, something like that.
Something like that. So it's them like flying through space in their little ragtag group of whatever
misfits.
And yeah, that feels very Mass Effect. So it's kind of like you've taken Mass Effect and Cyberpunk, these two, I guess, different genres in a way, but two different video games, and just shove them together and they alternate. But I really like how the two stories kind of interweave and impact each other.
And I've hardly even got to the bits where
they probably do more. Yeah.
Yeah, but also I really like the diversity in it and how it just doesn't feel shoehorned in badly, where they've been like, hey, wait a minute, we need this to be diverse, so therefore I'm going to just put this and that. It generally feels like it's not just an afterthought. And it's, like that's the future. So it just feels a bit more realistic. Like,
yeah, I haven't experienced too much of that yet, but
pretty much all his crew, pretty much. He's like the only white dude, I think.
Yes, it seems that way.
But it's like, it's not done.
It's not heavy-handed.
Yeah. They don't go like, hey, this person is this color.
Just like, and she stood there with her black skin and her afro.
Yeah,
like,
they
it's
don't
not
say that. Yeah.
But it's obvious that this character is not white.
The character actually has a backstory. So yeah, I just really, really like it. And I'm like, do I read the book and then watch the first series of The Expanse, or do I just read through all the books?
We started the first season of Expanse and we watched 2 episodes maybe.
I didn't really like it because it was a bit scary.
A bit scary.
But now I've read it, I'm like, well, I know what happens, and now I'm really want to see what it's like. But then do I stop it? It's like I stopped watching One Piece, and then because I wanted to read the manga, and which I need to actually, because I want to get to the point where the first season finishes and then go back and watch it. For this, I don't know if I want to, because I've already got visions in my head of what it's like.
See, because we started it, even those 2 episodes, I've got those characters in my head.
I don't know what he looks like.
No, I very much remember.
Was he hot?
So yeah, they were all hot. So I've got that image in my head as I'm reading it.
Yeah.
But I think I'm now almost past where the first couple of episodes get up to.
Oh, that was him. That was Holden.
Yeah. I have that image in my head.
I wish I did.
A mixture of him meets the not even Shepard, but Mass Effect Andromeda.
He is naked in it a bit later on,
or
in a towel after a shower.
Great.
So need to watch that episode.
Is it Scott that you play as in Mass Effect Andromeda? He plays the twins.
Oh yeah, he's hot.
Yeah. So him from the game and him from the show, it's like a blur of those is Holden in my head.
Oh, see, now I want to see what Miller looks like.
He's a famous actor that was in other things that I can't remember now. But
see, I'm trying not to look because
have him in my
I don't
head.
want to start typing Miller the Expanse and then it's like Death Explained or whatever like that. I'm like, oh shit. Yeah. Oh, Miller looks a lot young. I see in my head he's like 60 or 50s, like a bit kind of like if he would be a bit like the guy. Oh God, Jeff Goldblum. In my head, he's a little bit like a kind of a.
Well, Jeff Goldblum's like 70. So...
Well, no, but like Jeff Goldblum 10 years ago.
So okay, so just to make him 60. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. No, but yeah, this guy's the one in The Expanse.
Yes, and I've forgotten what else he's in.
Josephus Miller. Actually, I don't want to look at him. Because then
we'll IMDb it later.
Yeah. It's really, really good.
Anyway,
if you
it's
like
a great book,
and it
makes
me
go read it.
And it makes me want to play Mass Effect, which I finished the first one and I started the second, and I need to play more.
I also really want to play Mass Effect 2 now because I also played the first one, started the second one. I've played them all, but the Legendary Edition, I then didn't complete the trilogy, so I now really want to go back and do that.
Yeah, really, it makes me want to play that because I'm like, I want my own spaceship and make friends and go from planet to planet and stuff.
It's so good.
Yeah, and I was talking to Psyche, a streamer, and I don't know which book she was on. I think she's on like 5 or 6, and she said
of this series,
of the books series,
right.
yeah. and she said, sorry, go back. And she said that like she's finding it a bit different because one of the books is like very much just on a planet, and I'm like, you know what, I'd quite like that as well. I like I'm really into the world, and if you're interested in sci-fi and or Mass Effect, give it a go, because generally like you just force yourself to read like 4 chapters, or maybe even just 3, because the prologue's quite different, but then the first 2 of the actual book.
Yeah, like you want to see the alternating styles. So.
And if you're something like me, you'll be gripped. But also, he does at the end of each chapter. I wouldn't say it's a cliffhanger, but it's like you want to read more and see how it resolves. Like he does quite a good job.
And it often leads into what the other one's doing as well.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to. I don't know if I'll read any tonight because it's nearly midnight and we're recording this because we're recording it quite late after the state of play, which we're going to go on to very, very shortly. In fact, right now.
Let's do it.
What was the other series,
now.
by the way? You said it reminded you of. It was Mass Effect.
Oh, and Cyberpunk.
Oh, Cyberpunk, yeah. Very much. Right, Kenna, Bridge of Spirits. Yeah.
Well, so we had the State of Play was this evening, which is the first one from Sony this year. Obviously, we had the Xbox Developer Direct a couple of weeks ago, and last week there was a Nintendo Direct.
Developer Direct, that's the one where I wanted to, Fable. And also,
yes, that was Fable,
the new Horizon? No, not Horizon. Forza Horizon, or was that?
Forza Horizon, yeah.
Was that there as well, yeah?
Yep. And then last week there was the Nintendo Direct, which was a partner one. So just some stuff that no one really cares about.
So these are the last ones until
so
E3.
This is, well, we might get something more in May, maybe April, May, maybe.
It's usually E3 like beginning of June, isn't it?
Well, I wonder if Saros was shown in this, but with Saros coming out at the end of May, I wonder if they'll do like a deep dive on that or something.
I'll guarantee it, yeah.
So we might get some individual ones, but yeah, this is Sony's sort of first big showing, really, of the year. And I think it was overall pretty damn good. But I fear I might be alone there.
No, I mean, I'm sure it was good. There were just, there were very few games that were like my kind of game, which is totally fine. I've had it before where I've seen showcases and stuff and been like, that was amazing, and everyone's gone, that was dire. So sometimes you're into everything, sometimes you're not. We'll go through most of the games kind of like one by one. First one was the new Kena. They pronounce it like Kena.
Kena, I think is how they pronounced it.
Yeah.
I've forgotten what the subtitle of it is, but Bridge of Spirits was the first one. This is Scars of Cosmora. And yeah, Kena is older and wiser. It's got more abilities. And I just hope that the combat is good this time. You finished Bridge of Spirits, and I played about 3 hours and was like, I can't finish this. I've just found it incredibly frustrating.
I finished it, and I was frustrated because I think I streamed it, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna have to finish it, and I finished it in like 2 or 3 streams. But oh god, and I was recording it as well. But it was so frustrating because there was a bit at the end where you needed to like shoot something and jump at the same time and fly, and you had to press the controls at the same time. But for some reason, you had to press loads of buttons at the same time. But if I pressed in on the joystick, it kind of slammed down and then went into the abyss. And the amount of buttons you end up pressing, I accidentally pressed it all the time and just kept doing it. And there were like loads of, it wasn't very generous at all with the autosave, so I had to go back all the time when I was dying. And then I eventually, to get to the final boss, you needed to do some parkour stuff that was really annoying, mainly because of the controls rather than anything else. And then I remember getting to the final boss. I think I died against like the first time I faced it. I was like, oh, whatever. And then went and finally got through again to the second one. Got all the way to the end of the boss. Pretty much like genuinely had about 5% health left. And then it yeeted me outside of the arena and I couldn't go back and fight. And I was like outside this invisible barrier and I couldn't do any damage to it, even though it had like 5% health left. And it was fucking infuriating. Yeah, so then by the time I did beat it, I was like, you know what, screw that game. I don't ever play it again. Yeah.
I will say it still looks very, very pretty. And I appreciate that there's this sort of, this is typical of the kind of AA level game that, you know, did quite well. It won awards, or was nominated for them, I think. So it's nice that they now have the chance to do a sequel.
And it sounds like if they
make it better.
Yeah, if they're working, because they said that they're working with PlayStation, which did they do before?
Yep.
So I wonder if they're going to be more than a AA if they're going to have a bit more behind them. Because people see it
Were
was
they bought by Sony? I think they might have been bought by Sony. It's also coming to PC as well as PS5, which I presume is happening at the same time, because Kena came out on PC later, whereas this seems simultaneous. So
yeah,
and it's this year, so that's nice. They're starting off with here's something that is literally just out this year.
Yeah.
Then we had Sucker Punch, and it's the multiplayer mode for Ghost of Yotei, which Legends Shadows. Yeah, Legends
was last year.
I can't remember what they call it. So Tsushima had a multiplayer mode, which I never played. I never bothered with it. And they said all along that Yotei would also have the same. So this was basically expected. It was a sort of shoe-in, really, to be shown. I mean, it looks fine, but I'm just not bothered by it.
Oh, it's Legends again. Yeah, it was Legends in the first game, and it is Legends in this as well. Yeah, I fell off it. I'm bored of kind of feudal Japan. Don't be like, it's not feudal. It's a different era, but I love
historical Japan.
Yeah.
Let's say that.
Historical, old school, retro.
Sure.
No, I'm just a bit fed up of that. Like, I love it, and it's annoying because about 5 years ago, I remember, or maybe even more, maybe even 10 years ago, it was like, oh my god, it'd be amazing. No, actually, it was after Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I think that got announced, and everyone's like, oh my god, why don't they do it in Japan? It'd be amazing in Japan. It'd be amazing. And then by the time they finally get around to it, I'm like, I've played Ghost of Tsushima, I've played Ghost of Yotei a bit. That's out. There's so many games that kind of set in that era. I'm like a bit done now.
Is it because you've been to Japan now?
Well, no, I didn't go there in the past though, did I?
Well, you saw some of the history.
I preferred.
Thanks to me, you saw shrines. You're welcome.
I've seen so many now. I get triggered every time I see one in a game. I prefer more. I'd like more games in kind of current day Japan, which I know there are plenty. Like the Yakuza games are amazing.
You need to play Persona 5. That's what you need to do.
Play that, yeah. Just more into. I'm a person of the present. I'm not of the past. I like to live life in the present
or the future, based on your book preferences.
Yes. That's March the 10th. Legends.
Yeah, very soon. I mean, sure. If you like Ghost of Yotei, give that a go.
Speaking of amazing games, Death Stranding 2 coming to PC. That'll please people. There were lots of kind of nerdy facts in the trailer, being like, oh, it's ultra widescreen and frame generations and all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
So people will be very happy with that. And will they mod it? Did they mod the last one?
Unlocked. Oh, 100%. Unlocked frame rates.
Yeah.
Unlock those FAPs per second.
The ultra widescreen support, people will be very happy, because there are some people that like they spend a lot of money on their ultra widescreen monitors, and then they get upset when no games actually support it. But I imagine it's a really good looking game in ultra widescreen.
Upscaling and frame generation.
Is
that just it generates extra frames using AI in order to give you a smoother frame rate?
Something like that. Yeah.
I think it's that.
Is that PSSR? Because apparently PSSR 2, which is the same thing, is due to be, which I might be, probably not, is people are expecting it to be announced very soon, even though it's like, I've unfollowed now because they just pissed me off, but the PS5 Pro subreddit, they're like, oh, they're going to announce it at the State of Play, and I'm like, people don't give a shit about it, like just the few nerds that go on there, and they were bitching about Neo on there, because they despise Neo, because it's not 60 FPS permanently, like there are a couple of drops and things like that, and it doesn't look as great. All they care about, and I know it's rich coming from me, but on that subreddit, all they care about is the game looking absolutely stunning and running incredibly well.
Yeah.
And that, like, they don't actually care about the game.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, I mean, you need a bit of everything.
Silly.
So yeah, they're this PSSR 2 apparently is expected very soon for the PS5 Pro, which just means that a lot of games will have a natural boost to them. But they didn't announce it during the State of Play.
No. What they did announce was a new game, which looks rubbish. What's it called? 4 Loop?
Oh, yeah.
Because it's a 4-player multiplayer game and there's a loop of gameplay.
Yeah.
This looks dreadful. It's just, we need a live service game. Let's just take little bits of everything and put it all together.
But it was like we saw that. But then later we saw the Marathon one, and I'm like, Marathon is like, oh, it's Bungie, so it's going to be really good at shooting. But like the identity and the visuals and like the art style of Marathon is so much more appealing to me than this 4 loop thing that I generally
It looks so generic.
If somebody said like, if you showed me like the trailer and then showed me 10 screenshots of that game, well, a mix of that game and some other games, guarantee I would not be able to point it out.
No.
Like, there's no identity to it.
It's yet another developer wanting to do a live service game, and it's going to be dead in the water.
Speaking of games with an identity, do you like carrying young girls on your shoulder while shooting things?
Not particularly.
No.
Yeah, we got another trailer for Pragmata from Capcom. I'm happy that it exists. I will say that. I think Capcom have made a lot of money through Monster Hunter and Resident Evil, and that means that they can make weird little games like Pragmata or I forgot the name of it, but that strategy Japanese one that came out.
Oh, did it? Capcom.
That I played it on Game Pass. Curse of the Goddess or something of the Goddess. I forgot what it's called. Kunitsugami, that's the one.
Yeah, that one, yes, I remember.
Which is such a like weird little Capcom game that is just not mainstream and probably shouldn't have ever been made. But it's great that it was made because it's a weird little experimental thing that the 5 people that play it will enjoy. So I'm glad that there are studios willing to experiment a little bit. I just don't think fundamentally Pragmata looks fun.
I'm intrigued to see what the reviews are. If the reviews come out and it's like 85 plus and it's like 5 hours, I'm like, okay, maybe I'll give it a go if it's free.
Well, I think it's the kind of game that will appeal to critics who are like, this is different.
That's what I liked
and it's
about
interesting, but I don't think it's going to sell well at all. It just doesn't have the appeal. I think the shooting could be cool, but then the fact you have to sort of hack things as this little girl at the same time. I mean, there's a demo, so you can go and play the demo and try it out for yourself. And I haven't played that demo, but just the idea of those 2 styles of gameplay together just doesn't really appeal to me.
I like something a bit different though, and that is different. So who knows?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm happy it exists. I just don't know if it's for me.
Now, this is a game that this next game was one that you are happy exists.
I'm very happy that it's coming out very soon. It's Resident Evil Requiem, Resident Evil 9, which we all know is happening and whatever else. But
how many trailers have they shown?
Well, that's the thing, and bit by bit they have more and more trailers that show more and more spoilers of the story. So trying not to take in too much of that, because I know I absolutely want to play this game. If you know nothing about it, the very quick rundown is that you play as Leon and you also play as Grace, and essentially it's kind of a greatest hits of Resident Evil, I would say 2, 4, and 7. So it's set in Raccoon City, like Resident Evils 1, 2, and 3. You play as Leon, like in 2 and in 4. And you alternate between Leon and Grace. And so Grace is very vulnerable. She's a young girl. It's got all the sort of horror-y bits to it. And then you also play as Leon, which is very Resident Evil 4, where it's a bit more action-focused and gunplay and that kind of thing. So it's basically bringing it all together. You can play in first person or third person. Hence, it's got a bit of 7 in there as well.
Well, I'm interested. Well, things like we know who the main character is now, so if you're in third person, they're not going to like hide their face away like they did in the
like
third
with
person of
Ethan.
Yeah,
that was weird. The one new thing, and spoiler warning, the one new thing that they did reveal at the end of this trailer is that Leon opens a door and goes into the police station from Resident Evil 2. So you are literally going to be going back to that setting, which is really fucking cool. So I'm excited for that. This feels very fan servicey, but it's also this year is the 30th anniversary of Resident Evil. So that's also why they're releasing it this year and why they're going back to Raccoon City and all these links to the older games. It's all because of the anniversary.
I think they're going to try and wrap things up with it, and then like 10 is the start of a new one.
I don't know, because 7 and 8 sort of went off in a weird direction, and I think people missed Raccoon City and Leon and the Redfield and all that stuff. So Chris Redfield. So yeah, I think it's nice. Well, they then had Resident Evil 2 and 4 remake and 3, which were going back to the old games, and I think were maybe more popular than 7 and 8 were. That's probably a complete lie. I think 7 and 8 sold really well. So
7 did really well.
I think like 4 remake, I think is not the biggest selling, but is the fastest selling. So will be probably on track to become one of the top selling overall. So I think that's so popular that they're like, right, we've got to go back to the old ones. We've got to bring back Leon. They try and do something different. It needs to at least link to these characters. But they're all getting old now. So we'll see.
Bring some new blood in like they did in Yakuza.
They need to bring back Claire.
Maybe they will.
Because Claire was in 2, and then she was in Code Veronica, and then she hasn't really been a main character since. And they keep bringing Leon back.
Well, maybe that's her. Maybe she'll appear at the... She's in 2, isn't she? The one... That's the other...
Yeah, so maybe she could make an appearance. That would be very cool. Anyway, yes, Resident Evil Requiem is out in a couple of weeks. So very excited about that.
Are you going to buy it?
Probably, yes.
I'm good.
That's a game I will spend money on. One that I probably won't is this remaster of the third Legacy of Kain game.
Yeah.
Which I know how popular the series is in certain circles. It's a very sort of cult classic series. So a lot of people are going to be loving this.
Where's the Jack and Daxter
I'd give it a go, maybe, but I'm not chomping at the bit for this. But I know there are people who absolutely will be. So that's good. Then Brigandine Abyss. Apparently is a series from the 90s. Never heard of it.
I had a PlayStation throughout the 90s and I don't remember it at all.
Was it Japan only, maybe?
I don't think so. Well, I'll see.
I don't know. It's an old JRPG series. It's coming back. It's got anime characters. It looks, actually, to be fair, quite fun. I would happily play it.
It was... No, but it was not in Europe. It was only Japan and North America.
There we go.
Brigandine was the game, and I think it was. And then there was Grand Edition, which came out in 2000. But yeah, it doesn't look like it ever came out in Europe.
Well, now it will. So yeah, I'd give that a go.
I'll do. Let's say. I'll just bring up a type of armors and things like that. Because that's what a Brigandine is, apparently.
It is.
No interest.
After that, we had a lot of boobs.
Oh, Dead or Alive.
It's the 30th anniversary of Dead or Alive. This year is... there are a lot of anniversaries. So be prepared for that. So yes, Dead or Alive is making a comeback.
They didn't do the volleyball. I'm gutted.
Are you, though?
Yeah, the hot men in like shorts playing volleyball.
There are very few hot men in it. It's a lot of anime boobs.
Well, you can choose who you play as. Yeah.
Sure. Right, the next game
Here we go. Get
is
ready.
probably one of my most wanted from this year, I think, the more I see of it. And it's Control 2. And this is the first time, really, that we've seen a proper look at gameplay. And you are playing as... So from the first game, you play as Jessie, the ginger lady. And in this game, you're playing as her brother, whose name I've now forgotten. And where Control 1 was all about shooting, but with extra powers, that sort of telepathic powers that you have. This is all melee combat. It looks almost sort of Devil May Cry-y with different weapons and stuff, which is cool. But now we see that it's also got a lot of gravity rush in it. So it's this guy, it's Dylan, that's his name, Dylan. It's him exploring New York City, but it's sort of shifting gravity. So he's running up the sides of buildings and skyscrapers, and
do you let him
gravity shifting.
Do you help him escape in the previous one?
He is in the first game.
I know he's in
can't remember exactly what his role was.
Wasn't he in a tube or something? Or like he was locked away. He was in a prison in there, in the deep dark bits. And I'm sure he was in a prison.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know if he was in water or in like a...
I mean, we won't spoil it if people haven't played the first one. But go and play Control 1.
Maybe in the DLC you would help him get out or something, I don't know.
Because Control 1 is really good. And at the start, you're like, this is a really bland shooter just going through a concrete building. And then it gets really fucked up and twisted. And you get all these weird powers and there's weird things going on. And it sort of creeps up on you how good it is. And I think Remedy, I'm not a big fan of the Alan Wake games. Alan Wake 2, I personally found to be really wanky shit. But this is much more my thing. It's third-person combat, melee.
It's very wanky, this.
But it's not. This to me isn't wanky. It's just surreal and weird, and I like that because it's giving something different. Whereas Alan Wake 2 was
I like
very...
Death Stranding.
Yeah, but it's the narrative of Alan Wake 2 where it's like, what's real and who's this person in his past and is it in his head and in his book and I just find that really annoying. Whereas this is just surreal but in a really cool aesthetic way. Genuinely, I think if they pull this off, I think this could be one of the best games of the year. I'm going to say that right now. Control 2.
Oh. Yeah. I just had a bad experience with the first one.
I don't understand. Well, it was the frame rate. That was it.
No. Like it was glitchy all the time. It was really hard at bits, and I think it wasn't balanced, and the map wouldn't work. And trying to work out where you need to go with no map was hard. And yeah, I just
well, don't let that put you off.
Found it a bit annoying.
It's a very good game.
Wasn't for me. Then we had a random night thing that you thought was Lords of the Fallen, but then looked like it
too colourful.
Ran too well as well.
Yeah, it looks rubbish. Some sort of 2-player Souls-likey actiony thing that could be any other generic fantasy game.
Yeah.
Not interested. Then we got a little bit of I've forgotten the name of this, but it's the new Game Freak
Beast
game.
of Reincarnation.
That's the one. And yeah, it's made by Game Freak, who make Pokemon, but they're making this big sort of new gen fancy third-person action game, which I think looks good, but it's sort of a mix of lots of other things and might end up being a bit of a weird 7 out of 10, which I'll probably like.
Yeah.
And then we had something that you're very, very excited about.
Very excited. Like my first ever console I ever had as a kid was the PS1, which I got Christmas Day, 1997. So excited that I vommed. That's the story. And 9 years old, and I had 3 games. I think it was 97, not 98. 3 games. One of them was V-Rally 2, I believe, or V-Rally 1. I think it was V-Rally.
Dreadful.
V-Rally 1, yeah, it wasn't very good. But I still loved it. Tomb Raider 2.
Great game,
which I still never beaten a level of. Generally, I just cheated. Maybe that'll be like a charity stream or something. Like I've got to beat that first level. Because I tried to when the remaster thing came out, and I was like, this is really hard. And it's really quiet. And because it's so quiet, it's scarier.
The Tomb Raider games are terrifying.
But it's just so quiet.
Genuinely terrifying.
Like you don't hear the tweet. You hear obviously some bird noise or whatever, but there's no like constant hum. If there's constant hum and a bit of like water or something in the background, you kind of like, oh, I'm in a real place. But when it's complete silence, except for the when
what?
she's jumping around.
Oh, is that what she's doing?
That's yeah. We all use those cheats, mods.
I bet you did.
But the other game was. Oh, also, I told you that all the I think I might have got another game or two, but my mum dropped them down the stairs on Christmas Day in the box, and all the CDs, all the discs were fine, but all the cases were smashed, and she had to buy like spare CD cases, and so they looked all dodgy. I was like, they were the big chunky ones. Anyway,
wow.
But yeah, but the other game that I had was, I think we've got it, haven't we? Was Rayman. Now Rayman, I think I sold it. It's somewhere where Ed's looking. For those listening to the audio, Ed's gone and had a look. Is it behind the One Piece stuff? Oh, you've got it. And the Tomb Raider 2 one as well, yeah. So we're going to get a retro tink at some point once we've saved up. So we can kind of play old school games with their original like consoles with the original hardware. So we'll be able to do that at some point, but it's quite pricey. But yeah, so there's Tomb Raider 2. What a game. And yeah, Rayman. Now, I can't remember, was this the original old one, or did you not get that one? I think this was the original, wasn't it? So
I don't know. It was whatever eBay had.
Wow. Oh, eBay.
Was it eBay? No, I don't remember where I bought
probably.
it. No, maybe
it's an
Amazon.
export. But it says PAL. Anyway, this is, so I don't know if this one is true because we don't have a CD player, but we do actually in there. But you could put the original CD or the original disc in a CD player, and it had like 80 or 90 tracks on there, and you could listen to the entire soundtrack on the game CD. But you couldn't on the Platinum version or any other version since then. But anyway, they've announced the Rayman, the Digital
Another 30th
Museum
anniversary.
Yeah, although I've just seen, so they've made it so that there's director's commentary. There are like 5 versions of the game, which I'm like, there were different versions. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that's all about.
Well, it might just be different graphical versions, but
maybe
I think it's like it looks like they've got prototypes in there.
Yeah.
So you can play through the prototypes of what Rayman was before it became what it was, which is actually really cool because I'm sure those prototypes are dreadful, but to see the progression of game development, I think is really fun.
It is, and I also love. So they've also got enhancements, which I appreciate. And the enhancements.
Ben's been looking this up, you can tell.
Yeah. No, I also want to see if it's available on the PlayStation Store so I can see what some of the comments are or what some of the details are, but they don't yet. But it's obviously Ubisoft. But yeah, you can have enhancements like infinite lives or max HP.
Which is needed because it's a really fucking hard game.
Infinite continues, unlock all levels, unlock all abilities. But then I just saw at the bottom it goes like, warning, enhancements will disable trophies for this game. And I'm like, I don't think I'll be getting the platinum on that. But yeah, it's packed. Here we go. Polygon say that it's packed with bonus features. It's out tomorrow. We're going to be streaming it.
That's today when you're listening.
Yeah, Rayman 30th edition, 30th anniversary edition includes 5 versions of the original adventure of the limbless mascot with his helicopter hair, the iconic PlayStation release, plus the MS-DOS, Atari Jaguar, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance versions. Rayman's never-released SNES prototype is also available. There are 120 additional levels to play in 3 level packs, so new levels, 60 levels, and Rayman by his fans. It's the game's old school platforming challenge is eased somewhat by a rewind feature.
Oh, thank God.
Multiple save slots and accessibility options, including infinite lives and instant level unlock, which I mentioned. And one aspect of the game has been remastered: the music. There's a faithfully reimagined soundtrack by Rayman Origins composer Christophe Herral. And there's an interactive documentary which includes 50 minutes of new interviews with the game's original developers, as well as concept art, design documents, and more. And it's $20. So what's that? 15 quid maybe.
Wow.
You have to get that, please.
That's a lot. To be fair, that's a lot of game money. That's a great package.
And it's so good. It got me. It's my first ever platformer. Like, I never played Mario. Like, I never did that. Like, this was my first ever platformer.
Really?
Yeah. First ever one, and
to be fair, mine was
special.
Sonic. So,
but the music and I just love the. I mean, there's also the horror. There's also horror in this game as well. Like there are levels where the water's rising and you have to jump up as quickly as possible.
Standard.
Terrifying. I used to, the amount of panic, and also like the different areas you go to. Like there are so many levels in each kind of biome, and then you go to the next one and it's completely different. Like there's the whole music area where you're jumping on like keys from a piano and there's clouds and stuff and you're like jumping on saxophones and it's really imaginative and you should definitely play it. It's a great game and by the time you're listening to this podcast it'll probably be out, so go play.
There we go.
It's also on Switch.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's the code I requested. So I'll be playing on Switch too. But it's Switch. They didn't say Switch 2.
Oh,
so I imagine Switch 1 and we'll play on Switch 2.
Yeah, nice.
I hope.
That means I can steal it as well.
Yeah, but I think it's on everything.
Right.
Like literally everything. So yeah. Well, no, maybe not literally everything, but everything. Then, what was that game that you like? Mina?
Oh, Mina the Hollower. So this is the people that made Shovel Knight. It's their next game. And it's kind of Castlevania meets Link's Awakening. So top down, going through dungeons, but you're playing as a little mouse with a whip. And there's lots of horror stuff like Castlevania style things. It's very retro. It looks like a Game Boy Color game, but in a very fun way. I think that's going to be great
for you.
For me.
Then Never
is getting a prologue. I think you need the original game as well. So
yeah, although
it's like a little extra.
did
bit,
it say
which is
that
nice.
anywhere? Oh,
Maybe.
oh, maybe it
somewhere.
was during the gameplay that it said like you need the base game of Never. But I didn't see
Neither of
it.
us have played Never.
No, we played Gris. Oh yeah, there you go. Content shown requires base game.
Oh, there you go. Gris was great, but I just haven't got around to Never. But Never is on PS Plus this month, right?
Yes.
So
Maybe this is
now
why.
is a good time to play it, and then you get to play the prologue as well.
Hmm. Then there was some kind of like stealthy game.
Yeah,
Yako.
Yako, Shinobi Ops, like a stealth strategy thing. Not really interested, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh,
Right.
and then there's the big cock game.
The big cock game, a big, thick, fighting cock. So yes, this is
Welcome
by
back.
this is by Crafton, or published by Crafton, and it's a sort of third-person action game where you play as a chicken man.
Yeah, I was
Now
like,
I say chicken
I thought there'd loads
man.
of different characters, but then like it seems as though you just play as him.
Yeah, but it's like serious, almost soulsy kind of fantasy thing. But you are literally a giant chicken man,
But with muscle, it's like real buff.
muscular, buff, thick cock.
Yeah, we've got neighbours and it's 12:30 at night.
Oh, they love it, I'm sure. They're used to hearing that.
What a big veiny cock.
Didn't say veiny, thank you very much. This one's feathered.
Which they don't hear.
No.
They must be like, oh, we've got someone else
He's
round.
feathered with a big weapon. Yeah, and he fights demons. But he's literally a chicken man. And
There will be some
there's going to be a
art.
lot of thirst over this cock.
I think it's just the way it carries itself. It's like freaking Kratos. It walks around like
It's cockdos, is what it is.
Cockdos.
Cock
I
of
love-
war.
I mean, Cockdos. The only thing better than Cockdos is Dos Cocks.
Yeah, I'm sure the chicken is some sort of famous fantasy thing.
Yeah, they'll be like, hey, this is like
in
a god in
folklore
certain
or
areas.
whatever, and I'm
we're-
like, it's a cock.
Yeah,
I don't think we've ever said cock so many times in a segment.
I would probably have.
Wow.
Oh, and then a game which I'm very excited about.
Yes, I'm also very excited
I
about
was
this
good
one.
because I thought they might have a demo, but they didn't.
Oh, that would be good.
And it's the Star Wars racing game.
Galactic Racer?
Yes.
Is it called? Yes, Star Wars Galactic Racer. So I think both of us played the shit out of the pod racing game.
I don't think I did.
Did you not?
I think I just played the level of the Phantom Menace, the bit where you race it. If you do.
See, I had the pod racing game on the N64, which I adored. It was so good. So having this is like next level version of that. And it's got pod racing, but it also looks like you're racing in all different kinds of ships across all different kinds of planets.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just pod racing.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
It's going to be really good.
I know people that are working on it who are very, very excited about it.
Lucky you.
No, but like,
Yes, code.
no, but sometimes like people work kind of like, yeah, we're working on it, but like, no, this could be very good, and I hope that they're right.
Yes.
Speaking of a game that I also think could be really good,
and I hope will be.
yeah, because I love the company, is James Bond, 007 First Light.
It's not called James Bond.
No, he's
Bond's not in the title.
But is he called James Bond in it?
He is called James Bond, yes. It's a young James Bond.
008.
It's like the becoming of James Bond.
Yeah, it's the coming of age story.
Yes.
Which
is sort of
origin.
Uncharted meets Hitman.
It looks very Hitman to me, which I'm loving. Because, yeah, Hitman, I mean, there's a bit we just watch now on the trailer where he walks through a crowd and I'm like, that is literally Hitman.
Yeah.
Especially the Morocco level. But I loved Hitman. Like, Hitman, the first game, well, I'll say the first game, not the first game, but the 2015 version, I want to say. Or 2016 Hitman. That was when it came out episodically, and they left it like 6 weeks before releases, before like episodes coming out, and everyone hated it except for me. I loved it because that means I could like properly get my teeth into a level. But loved it then, and then they kept adding loads of stuff, and then I think they were owned by Warner Brothers at that time, and then after Hitman 1, they went independent. And then Like
I don't
IO,
remember exactly.
IO Interactive, I'm sure they were owned by Warner Brothers,
Wasn't
and
it
then
Square
they went.
Enix?
Or might have been Square Enix, and then did Warner Brothers buy them after? I don't know. They've had a few different. Actually, it'll say it on the Wikipedia on the main bit. So, IO Interactive. They're Danish.
They are.
They were Square Enix from 2004 to 2017. But then I'm pretty sure that, maybe were they published by them? Oh wait, yeah, Hitman, yeah, Square Enix, then Feral Interactive, Warner Brothers did Hitman 2.
Oh,
There you go. And then IO Interactive was independent for Hitman 3 because everybody
and
was
then they did the trilogy.
because they were just like, well, Hitman 3 is never going to come out because they were like bought by Warner Brothers, and Hitman 2 I don't think did amazingly well, but still had like quite a strong fan base. And then 3 came out,
The
and
game
they
has
put everything
had
together.
long legs. Like, it's come out and they've added lots to it, and it's still played. Which, yeah, at the start, I don't think it was the most popular. But yeah, this Bond game, I think I really want it to do well because it's been a long time since we've had a good Bond games or just a good movie tie-in game. And this isn't a movie; it's just an original Bond story, which I think is really cool that we get that as a video game.
Yeah.
So I really hope that it turns out well.
I think as well from what you've seen, like from what people are talking about, and like the amount of people that are quite interested in it. I think my prediction is that it'll do quite well.
I hope so.
I just hope that it is good. Like if it is good, I think people will want it. Because it's James Bond. It just appeals to people. Like even the people that just play, FIFA and GTA. Like, hey, the new James Bond game that's out and it's really good. You want to give it a go because you're going to get some cool explosions and car chasers and hot women.
But that's the thing, is that I hope there's a good game underneath that.
Yeah,
as well.
Mm-hmm. Fingers crossed. I mean, IO Interactive haven't let me down in quite a while.
We'll see. Right, next we had the Konami section,
which is a good section.
Konami got a whole section of the State of Play, which is surprising because I feel like Konami are having a bit of a renaissance at the moment. They basically spent years just
making gacha.
After Kojima left them, after Metal Gear 5, they kind of just didn't really make much. And they made like pachinko machines.
Yeah, it was like pachinko, yeah.
And just didn't really do very much.
What was that Metal Gear shite game that I played, Survive?
Yeah, like just a load of rubbish. But they're on a real comeback. And I think people were worried about this Silent Hill 2 remake, but it actually turned out to be really good. The fans really liked it. Even Silent Hill F last year, a lot of people really liked. I still haven't played it, and I really, really want to.
Do you have it?
Yes.
Oh.
So, yeah, they're on a massive comeback at the moment. What they also released previously was the Metal Gear Solid Master Collection 1, which was Metal Gear Solids 1, 2, and 3. And it did okay, but the performance wasn't particularly great.
There were criticism.
So they've had to do a lot of work to make them better.
And they announced improvements, didn't they, of the first one today?
They did, yes. That first one is getting some improvements, some improved graphics and things, which is nice.
Yeah.
But they said it was Volume 1, so everyone's like, well, there's going to be a Volume 2, and surely it's going to be Metal Gear Solid 4, because Metal Gear Solid 4, which is behind me on the shelves, came out on PS3, but it's never been re-released elsewhere. It was an exclusive on PS3. It's never been remastered. It's never been re-released. But everyone's been calling for it. It is not the best game in the series by any stretch, but it's still a lot of fun. Basically, Metal Gear Solid 1, you play as Solid Snake, and then 2, you follow up, but you actually play as Raiden. And then 3 goes back to like the 60s, and you play as Big Boss, or the guy that becomes Big Boss back in the day. So then 4 was them going back to that original storyline where you play as Solid Snake again.
Oh, is Metal Gear Solid 4, is that the last in the series?
It's the last one chronologically, yes. And you play as Solid Snake, but he's now Old Snake. But he's actually not that old. He's only about 40. But he's got a genetic thing.
Old.
He's got a genetic thing that means that he looks like he's like 70.
You're going to be as old as Old Snake. I'm going to start calling you Old Snake.
Don't you fucking dare. He crouches around and crawls around and genuinely gets a bad back, and you have to put a compress on his back every now and again.
Sounds just like you.
Because otherwise he, in the middle of combat, gets a bad back and aches and pains. But spoiler, there's one of the chapters in this, you go back to Shadow Moses, which is where Metal Gear Solid 1 was, and it's like him reminiscing. So there's loads of links to the past in this game.
Link to the past.
It's there's a lot of nostalgia in it. It's not the best, but I still really enjoyed it.
Because 5 is, I don't know when that is.
5 then comes after 3.
Yeah.
But there was
80s.
another game between them, which is Peace Walker. Which is also in Master Collection Volume 2. So this is Metal Gear Solid 4 and Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. Peace Walker came out on the PSP, and it basically bridged the gap. Well, it came out after 3, and then it leads into what became 5.
Is that the only... Which one Metal Gear Solid games don't have numbers? So Peace Walker and...
Portable Ops.
Oh, yeah. And what was the other... What was the 5 one... That wasn't. Oh, it probably had a number. I think it had a number then, didn't it? What was the one? The mini one.
The mini one that came before 5. Oh, that's going to really irritate me.
I can find it.
Please do. Because there's another one that I'm going to tell you about in a minute, but I need to know what this is.
Not Ground Zeroes.
That's the one. Ground
but it
Zeroes.
Still had the number in it, so it doesn't count.
Oh, okay, fine. Well. There was one other game that is in this collection.
Well, the thing is, this is not
content.
a Metal Gear Solid game, though, is it?
You can hold your tongue there, Benjamin.
Okay, Edward.
Bonus content of Metal Gear Ghost Babel, which came out on the Game Boy Color, but it was not known as that in Europe.
Ooh.
It was known as Metal Gear Solid in Europe. And I have it under my bed, and it is the game I own that is worth the most because no one bought it, and clearly after this it won't be worth anything at all. But yeah, I remember seeing it in a shop and hearing about Metal Gear Solid and being like, oh my god, I need to buy this game on Game Boy Color. And it was called Metal Gear Solid, but it was not the same Metal Gear Solid on PS1, and it was known as Ghost Babel in America, and I'm guessing probably Japan as well.
But is it the same story, or is it just a completely new?
It's a completely different story, but they just called it Metal Gear Solid in Europe.
So I would just assume that it was like a 2D Game Boy version of the original.
And that's
game.
what I thought when I bought it.
And were you happy that it was something different and new?
I didn't really know any different.
Did you understand it?
I was like 12, so
okay, you didn't follow it.
No, I didn't really follow it. But anyway, that is going to be on Volume 2. So
you're very happy about that.
I'm very happy that is coming out because I can shout my way through 4 again and get annoyed every time I get seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid Delta has a discount. Yay.
50% off.
Yeah, which is a lot.
Yes.
But I'm sure now is a good time to play it. Yeah, Darwin's Paradox is this little game they're publishing. It's like a stealth game with an octopus. It looks quite cute.
Little Nightmares.
Yeah, kind of, but a bit cuddlier.
Yeah, Little Nightmares is
and there's a demo that is out tomorrow/today by the time you listen to
today
this.
now, actually, because it's now 20 to 1 in the morning that we're recording this.
Indeed. Another last bit then is the 40th anniversary of Castlevania. And they have teamed up with Motion Twin and Evil Empire. So they made the extra bits of Dead Cells.
Oh, the DLC, the Castlevania DLC?
Yes. So Dead Cells came out, and I've now completely forgotten the original developer's name.
Literally saw a presentation from
you're going to have to remind me of it because it's going to really irritate me. Sorry, you're on Googling duty.
That's fine. Yeah, I've got a name in my head and I know it's definitely not that. Motion Twin.
Oh, it is Motion Twin. What? No.
Who are you saying it should be? And Playdigious. Oh, the developer was Motion Twin.
It was Motion Twin.
Yeah. Fine. Why did you think it was someone else?
I was getting confused. Anyway, Motion Twin started Dead Cells and then Evil Empire came in and took it over and made all the extra bits. And one of the extra bits was a Castlevania DLC. And clearly off the back
they're doing Windblown as well.
That's the other one. And off the back of that, clearly Konami have said, do you want to make us a new Castlevania game? And so they are. And it's called Castlevania Belmont's Curse. And it looks from this like it is a proper Metroidvania. Like 2D, proper 2D adventure, but really lovely art style. You're back to the usual Castlevania stuff.
That's definitely 60 FPS.
Yeah, and Castlevania, the 2D Castlevania games are so fucking good, and this looks incredibly stylish. And this was a big surprise that I'm really glad that we're now getting. This is amazing. I guess the anime has been really popular. It looks a bit like it's the anime in 2D.
Yeah.
In terms of aesthetics.
No, I'd play that.
Yeah, but the Dead Cells games are so good.
Yes.
And this is also giving me elements of the Prince of Persia Metroidvania that came out.
Yeah.
It's sort of gameplay wise, it's giving me a bit of that as well. Lost Crown. It's giving me that kind of thing too. So
the bosses look interesting as well.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this.
Yeah,
this is one of my top from the show.
Might be well, I said like this is the one that maybe I get into it with because I've liked it, but like Dead Cells was great, but also it was a roguelike and I get a bit annoyed by them. Whereas this is like you hit a wall, whatever, you stick for a bit, you just keep going. You don't have to repeat the same thing again and again. So.
Yeah.
I'm
hyped for that. New Silent Hill game coming this year
with British accents.
Yes, called Townfall. Which I was into until it showed that it was first person, and then I was interested.
I don't know,
but they're on a roll with Silent Hill, so maybe it could be good.
Just people thought that about Resident Evil 7, and then it's one of the best selling, or it's very well sold.
Yeah, true. It could be good. I just generally prefer third person
games. Yeah, depends. Depends on the game for me. But yeah. Then there was what was this?
This was this JRPG that they're saying like, oh, it's a big JRPG, and it's. I don't know, it just looks like a typical anime gacha game to me. Yeah. I'm not really interested.
No, and it had a generic name, and they're not even announcing anything. They just kind of said that...
Rev Noir.
Yeah, it's in development. That's it. And Belmont's Curse is the Castlevania game. Then there was the game which despite never seeing any of the films, I managed to recognize it straight away as Keanu, but John Wick is getting a game, which... I want to watch the films now after seeing that because I've heard. Well, my dad's called John Ostwick, so I'm like, I might just call him John Wick.
Do it
from now on. Yeah,
do it. I've only seen one of the John Wick.
Nobody kill my dad's dog.
I don't. I've only seen the most recent one, which has Rina Sawayama in it.
Gay.
And like, it was fun, but I feel like they're all pretty similar. But like the action's super super cool.
Yeah.
But once you've seen one, you've seen them all. But that transplanted into a game, I think, could be really fun.
Yeah.
And it's Keanu's likeness as well.
Yeah, it's come from Cyberpunk to this. Be interesting. Like, is John Wick a franchise?
Yes.
Like for other things like games and stuff now, it's just a random name.
I don't think this is there have been other John Wick games, but this is a proper third-person shooter action game. And I don't think...
I did get Hitman vibes, did you?
Have.
Or like the James Bond game vibe slightly.
Vaguely.
Speaking of games that are visually beautiful, as we were talking earlier, Marathon got a server slam announcement 28th of February until I think the game release, pretty much. So if you're interested in that, which I am because it's Bungie and the combat's amazing, I want to play at release. Because these are the type of games that if you play a month or even like 2 weeks later, everyone knows the meta, they've all got the ways that they do it and they learn it. Whereas if you start from the very beginning, you can see and then, like enjoy it at that moment when everyone's just kind of discovering it, which I think I will. And I don't know, it's made by Bungie. It's also on PC. So if you've got mouse and keyboard and you want to play it like that in first person, you're used to that kind of stuff, then you know it's going to be top notch. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
The weapons and stuff all look really unique.
Yeah, I think this is not a game for me. I'm not a multiplayer shooter kind of guy in general. But I'm very happy that this exists for the people that do like it. And I do think I'd happily give it a go. I think the art style looks really cool, which is amusing after all the stealing of art and whatever headlines there have been in the past. But I think just it has a very clear visual identity. I'll say that. So I'm interested to see what the gameplay is going to be like and how this stands up. And I would really like for this to do well, because I think Sony spent all this money on Bungie, like billions or however much it was. And they've kind of got nothing out of it because Destiny 2 fell down the toilet. And then Bungie have lent their expertise to all these other live service games that have all flopped or disappeared, Concord or whatever else.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like we all laugh about. I mean, we were laughing earlier about 4 Loop being dreadful and like, oh, it's another live service game. This looks rubbish. But like, it would be nice if there was a live service game that did well.
Yeah.
And I think this could be the one. I mean, I guess Ark Raiders has done well, but even that I feel has sort of dropped off.
People seem positive about this, which they weren't when it was first announced, and then it was down, and then I think
they've delayed it, and clearly that works.
Yeah, because I think people are starting to looking online, like the kind of the general sentiment has come around a bit now. And I think Ark Raiders has been like, hey, this is really cool. It's also a little bit janky and occasionally like that. So like they know that this game is going to be not janky. It's Bungie. It's going to
slick.
It will be very slick. And I think that's what people said from the last like alpha or whatever it was, or the open weekend. The people said like it played really well, but they just didn't really know. Like, it was the other stuff that they needed to sort out. So we will see.
Yeah. I'm
there's also
definitely excited to play it.
Death Stranding little dongle that you can attach to your weapon.
Oh, well, that's you sorted then.
Yes, and then they talked about games that were being added to the
some PS Plus stuff.
And
right, then we got Saros.
That'll be quick.
Which we'll get through quickly because it's basically Returnal 2.
Yeah.
And for that reason alone, I'm incredibly excited about it. I think Housemarque don't make bad games, and Returnal is one of the best games on PS5, one of the most unique experiences. And Saros looks like it's more of the same, which on the one hand is maybe disappointing that they're not doing something totally different. They showed us a little bit of how the world works. You basically make the eclipse happen and then it changes the world as opposed to dying and restarting every time. And it's out at the end of April, so it's not long to actually play it. So
are you going to get the digital deluxe so that you can play it 2 days early?
I don't know about that, but I am very, very excited to play that game. That's one of my like top 5 of the year, I think.
Great. I didn't get Eternal, but I did. I mean, I got it, but I didn't
get into it.
So who knows? I like games that have got brilliant height controls, and I think that's actually what they're good at. So
100%.
Yeah.
They made arcade Twitch shooters.
If I screw up, I want it to be because of me and not the controller. Like that's why Kenna annoyed me so much.
Yes, same. And Returnal is very much a tightly controlled shooter.
Yep, and then they did then they announced they've already announced it. Tokon Fighting Souls.
Yeah, like Marvel
beat 'em
up from Arc System Works.
Fighting game, yeah.
It's a sort of fighting game, yeah. Arc make really good. They made like Guilty Gear and lots of really good fighting games. So if you're into that, that's going to be a really good one. I don't really care personally, but I think it looks nice for people that want that.
And then finally, the 2 games, 4. They announced the remake of the trilogy of the original God of War. Did you play those?
Yes, and I loved them. I have all of them on the shelf behind me.
Oh, they're going to diminish in value now.
Well, they weren't worth a lot. I think the first one I bought for about £5 from CEX, and then the second one I bought for maybe 20 quid because it was out slightly more recently.
Okay.
And then the third one I bought properly when it came out. They were brilliant games at the time, and genuinely raised the bar for that level of sort of spectacle action game. Beat 'em up kind of vibes. They are brilliant at what they do, but for me, I'm like, they were kind of their time, and I don't need a remake. I'm happy with them as they are. But also, I don't need to play them again.
It's not remastered; these are remade. Is it because of the TV show? Do you think?
I mean, yes. Actually, I'd completely forgotten about that, and you're right. That's 100% why they're doing it, because the same with The Last of Us. They want to rinse the games and have an up-to-date version of them. And if the TV show is going back to the Greek story of the originals, they want an up-to-date version. So 100% that's why they're doing it. Now, what they said is that they're in early development, so who knows how far that means they are. We didn't see any gameplay. We didn't see any concepts. We didn't see anything.
Yeah.
So are they, when they say remake, is it still that like top-down, third-person-y perspective of the originals? Are they going for the behind the camera of the more recent ones, but in the setting of the Greek ones? Is it something entirely new? I don't know. in all honesty, I don't care. Like for me, I'm like, I don't need to play those again. I've played those three. Then we've had God of War.
Yeah, let's move on to
Ragnarok.
this next.
So
one.
what I want is what's next.
Well, let's this one.
Well, no, this is what's before. So this was the sort of shadow drop, and there have been rumors for a long time of a 2D God of War game, and it turns out it exists, and it is a prequel where you play as a young Kratos
before he was a god.
Before he was a god, yes.
Spartan? Yeah, Spartan.
Well, he becomes a god. Spoiler in the first God of War game.
I didn't know. I never played those. They just look. I looked at them. I was like, "That's just too butch macho straight. No thanks."
I mean, it is in a kind of laughable way.
Yeah.
Basically, he has to kill the God of War, and then in the second game he becomes it.
Gotcha. But yeah, so that was the state of play, and this game's out now. It's 25
out right
quid
now.
apparently.
Yeah, but it's a 2D God of War game, pixel art. It looks like it's probably quite fun, but it's not really what I want from the series.
No.
But thanks, Sony.
Yeah, well, we're going to end there because it's nearly 1 a.m. and I really need the bathroom. So,
okay. Very quickly, what was your top announcement?
Rayman.
Okay.
Yeah, Rayman, but also I'm looking forward to Marathon and James Bond. That's not called James Bond 007. Was there anything else that I missed, I think? John's Castlevania is actually... I like the style. It looks so good that I'm like... Sometimes a game looks so good that you just have to play it, and I think that looks like one.
Yeah, I think Castlevania's top for me, but I also really want Control 2 and Saros. They're my top 3.
Excellent. Right, Ed.
Right, go piss, girl.
No, I need to shit. So, can you not smell the fart?
Luckily not.
Okay, well, where can we find you?
Online.
Ed_Nights on Twitter and
there
Ed
you
Nightingale,
go.
Ed Nights at Blue Sky.
That's me. Don't go to Eurogamer anymore. I don't write there.
And I'm Biggest Bennis. And that is where you will find me. Just type Biggest Bennis wherever you want to, and I'll probably pop up.
I bet you will.
See you later.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye.